Day 3 of Legacy Week as we see what magic we can pull from Spell Ruler. Welcome back, guys, to Day 3 of Legacy Week, where we are opening all 5 of the 25th anniversary booster box reprints of classic Yu-Gi-Oh sets. Today, we're going to be cracking open a Spell Ruler. So I've actually done one more of these, much like Blue Eyes, either the 2 I have interacted with. Before I ever got my Legend of Blue Eyes, I had ordered in. I stopped at a card shop in a town about an hour away from me, and as you can see behind me on the shelf, there's my Spell Ruler box. So I've already opened into this once. So much like Legend of Blue Eyes, I have a perfect pack that's primarily based around what I've managed to pull from it before, as well as what I've managed to pull out of the 25th anniversary collection boxes that they did. We're gonna go ahead and crack this open and get talking about what our perfect pack is. All right, I keep saying perfect pack and I mean perfect box. As you may remember, if you were a big Yu-Gi-Oh fan back in the day, which is what I'm assuming bring you here. First of all, if you're just now joining us, welcome to Legacy Week. Go back and check out the other 2 videos when you're done here. Opening Legend of Blue Eyes, opening Metal Raiders. See the epic pulls we got there. But today we're opening Spell Ruler. And I'll tell you one thing I remember about Spell Ruler and how hyped I was whenever it was coming out was that we were finally getting to see all of the Pegasus cards. So those are the big ones for this set. There goes a pack of Spell Ruler right there. But the Pegasus cards all came into play, and as the big bad of Duelist Kingdom, I think everybody was interested in seeing what they could get and how they could make their own little Pegasus deck. So the perfect pack for today is going to be, in the secret slot, I've opted to go with Blue Eyes Toon, and that's because I already have both Blue Eyes Toon from my previous box, and then from my legendary collection, I got the Serpent Knight Dragon. So I'm gonna go for a second Blue Eyes Toon. I have Relinquished and Delinquent Duo in my ultra rare slots because, of course, who wouldn't want Relinquished? Epic card. I really want one that's not just from the starter deck Pegasus, which I do currently still have. And Delinquent Duo is just a great card, and I happen to have the other card that would have been up on the list, which would have been Toon Summon Skull. So rounding that out in the super rare slots, I want to do an Invader of the Throne, Messenger of Peace, Giant Trunade, and lastly, Confiscation. And the reason is that I have all of the other supers. So much like Legend of Blue Eyes, I'm just trying to hopefully complete my supers here. So let's go ahead and get cracking into the first pack, see what kind of luck we get. We've got House of Adhesive Tape, Crab Turtle, Darkness Approaches, Peacock, October Sir, Final Destiny, The Reliable Garden, Sinju of the Thousand Hands in our rare slot, and will we get lucky with the first pack? No, Magical Labyrinth. All right, that's not too bad. We just had a really crazy opening on the last one. Cracking immediately into a card that's on your perfect box list is just Chef's Kiss, you know. And speaking of Chef's Kiss, one of the commons we're going to be looking for here is going to be the Hungry Burger and his burger recipe. So let's see. We have Liquid Beast, Crab Turtle, Fire Kraken, October Sir, Final Destiny, Twin Long Rods, number 2. Look at that face. What do you think his long rods are? Y'all let me know. A Rush Recklessly, and as someone who lives in Arkansas but doesn't actually care about sports, I think I'm supposed to care more about this card. Go Hogs. And then finally, a Toll. Starting off slow as we should be. We know that we have ratios on our side here. Speaking of Spell Ruler and the Pegasus of it all, you know, I really think the classic packs had a really good play. Weather Report. Always thought this card was hilarious looking. Speaking of all that, Flash Assailant, I think that the anime really brought a lot of cards to light. And because I was really into Yu-Gi-Oh as a kid at that point, I think I have a much softer spot for OG Yu-Gi-Oh than maybe some people have for like 5Ds or GX. Giant Rat in a rare slot. And let's see if we're going to get our first foil. No, we end up with a Liquid Beast. But yeah, is there a favorite card you have out of Spell Ruler? I imagine that a lot of them are going to end up being the Toon cards alongside the Relinquished, like I said, because it's all Pegasus. But there's a lot of good options. Delinquent Duo is clearly a great one just for its usability and play. We go with a Chorus of Sanctuary, Minar, Red Archery Girl, Gravekeeper, Servant, a Dark Zebra, because that's where you were back then, Reliable Guardian, Whiptail Crow, Heroes Shadow Scout in our rare slot, and I'm feeling a Jigen Bakudan is apparently what I was feeling back behind there. So yeah, let me know what your favorite cards out of this set are. I'd be curious to see how much they vary from person to person. So holler at me in the comments below, or, you know, just type it without being all caps, whichever one you want to do. Starting off with a Toll, Chain Energy, Tyhone number 2, Ancient One of the Deep Forest, a Horn of Light, Snake Fang, Eternal Rest, Karate Man in the rare slot, There's a fighting game called Ready to Rumble Boxing 2 on Dreamcast. And I always, when I see this card when I was a kid, I thought of Afro Thunder. He's one of the fighters. And Giant True Nade starting off with one of our lists. All right, look at that. We're starting off immediately. I've had very good luck with the first card pulling being one that we need. So the supers are treating me well. There we have our Giant True Nade. So let's keep this going. Let's see if we're going to have a similar box spacing to what we had on the last few, where it seems like a lot of the hollows were back-to-back. Pack Trick. Wall Shadow, another one of the commons that is just legendary. Say him off to the side here. Fairy's Hand Mirror. Electric Snake. Ceremonial Bell, Commencement Dance, Labyrinth Wall, another epic one. Going back to Metal Raiders has got a lot of those in it too. Flying Kamakiri #1, and a Confiscation! Back to back, like I said, and back to back perfect box. This may be the first actual perfect box, and we had a mechanical snail behind that. I'm feeling good, guys. We are 2 for 2. Let me pull this out of this penny sleeve real quick. I am feeling good, guys. We are 2 for 2. That's a very light hollow. But moving along, maybe we can get lucky and start cracking into secret rare slot, maybe our ultra rare slot, or maybe we'll finally have something come out of our last pack magic. All right, we have Molten Destruction, Red Archery Girl, Psychic Kappa, Hungry Burger. There we are. I'm a little hungry myself right now. Set him off. We have Peacock, Taylor of the Fickle, Stone Ogre Grotto, a Mystic Tomato, another epic card that I remember as a kid. What a ridiculous card. He's in our rare slot, and is he a harbinger of a Guardian of the Throne Room? All right, we're not doing bad. What cards would you like to see me pull in this video? I'm assuming they're gonna match into the ones that are your favorites. But you know, sometimes the exciting cards are ones that you don't even care about just because you have that chase card feel. I don't really think you have to worry about that here though. Crab Turtle, Darkness Approaches, another Hungry Burger, set him off. Ancient of the Deep Forest. There goes old Long Dong. We have Luminous Spark, Nimble Momonga, actually a decent card depending on what you're doing. And is he hiding? An Upstart Goblin, another of the commons in this set that is great. You can never have too many Upstart Goblins. That's in my modern decks. Like if I'm at 39 cards and I don't have an immediate 40, I jump to an Upstart Goblin. So we have Sonic Bird, Electric Snake, Gaia Power, Penguin Knight, look at that. Rearan, love this card. Always thought it was weird that his card was Manga Rearan rather than just Toon, but I always appreciate it at the same time. Whiptail Crow, Long Dong again, Amoeba in our rare slot, and he may be hiding. Another Upstart Goblin. I am okay with that pack placement for Upstart Goblin. I imagine that's good whether you're in Edison or GOAT format. It's definitely still useful in modern. You know, we have our own, as I've been talking about, we have our own meta, so that's definitely in ours. Molten Destruction, Psychic Kappa, Slot Machine, Penguin Knight coming around again, Umiruka, Stone Ogre Grotto, Dark Witch, Manga Rearan, and a Serpent Knight Dragon. It looks like there is no way that we will ever actually pull the perfect box. But I'll tell you, in looking at that, if I can still just get the cards I don't have, I'm gonna consider it close enough to the perfect box. A Pack Trick, the Metal Fish, yeah. Flash Assailant, High Tide Gyojin, Performance of Sword, Turtle Oath, Final Destiny, Snake Fang, Mother Grizzly. Not seeing a lot of repeat rares. That's nice. And every time I say that, I end up getting them. A Malevolent Nuzzler. That is a classic card in terms of art. I don't know why, but the art of this in particular has stuck with me. These packs have been reprinted so many times. That might be part of it, as I've just bought a lot of them and pulled a lot of them. I'd say we're about a third of the way through right now, so we're making good movement, and we're already similar to the last one. I feel like these boxes are almost seemingly mapped out, or at least all the ones I had, to where 2 supers, then a secret, then your ultras, and you end it off with your supers. We'll see if that holds true here, but we have the House of Adhesive Tape, always an interesting one. Electric Snake, looks like an 80s power metal or like hair metal band art. That's all I always think of that. Slot Machine, Dark Zebra, Rearan, Stone Ogre Grotto, Queen Bird, and Amoeba once more. He was hiding something for us last time, so let's see if he's doing so again. No, just a mechanical snail, which is a pretty cool art. This almost looks like something you'd expect to fight in like a a Dark Souls game where they just randomly throw something crazy at you. This would be in, you know how all of the Soulsborne games have like a swamp area? I feel like that's where you'd throw in a mechanical snail. Next pack, Chorus of Sanctuary, Fairy's Hand Mirror, Red Archery Girl, Horn of Light, Boar Soldier, Hamburger Recipe. We could summon our hungry burger. UFO Turtle, once more, not seeing a lot in the way of repeats. And is he hiding something good for us? The Forceful Sentry! Okay, I'm gonna take it up this way. It is not what I wanted, but I don't have this card. So I think it's a win. We're gonna call it a win. What's he hiding behind him? A Rising Air Current, simple card. I hope that by the end of this, at least one of these boxes ends up being that I called every shot, just because I think that would be fun. But we're doing pretty good right now. We're all cards I don't have besides the secret rare. And since there's only 2, it's kind of easy for that one to end up coming back around. So we'll see if that continues or not. I've asked this a few times, but if you're making GOAT format decks out of these, what kind of decks are you running? You know, do you try and look up into the meta of what GOAT is? Or are you more willing to just kind of have a group of friends and play it there? Umurica, Hamburger Recipe, put it off to the side. We have Boar Soldier, Giant Germ. There we go, another different rare. That's one of Kava's favorite cards. Snatch Steal. Okay, that's both of our ultras back to back. And like I said, all of these boxes have had similar spacing. Unfortunately, that means no relinquish. And I'm a little sad. I don't have this one, so I guess it's still a win, but I really wanted a relinquish. Okay, that means we're down to our 2 ultras being gone, a secret, and that means we have 2 supers left. So unless there's some kind of error, and that would be fun. There is error boxes that have 2 for secret rares. It would make me happier to get another Blue Eyes Toon, because it would be cool to at least maybe have a playset, even though I don't plan to go for that. We have Eat Gaboon, first time I've been seeing that one. I always thought that was an interesting card. Gaia Power, Reran, Ceremonial Bell, Eternal Rest, Tailor of the Fickle, Hyonzaru or Hazanru. I've never been able to figure out how to say this. I've never looked it up either. All right, is he hiding something for us? He's hiding a Wall Shadow. I'll take it. Maybe to counterpart or to complement my Maze of Memories Gate Guardian deck that I've worked out. Maybe I should make a classic Gate Guardian deck and kind of play off of that. Starting with an Upstart Goblin. That's what you want to do. You want to draw into it. So I guess you want to also open into it. Set it off to the side here. That is now a play set of those. We have Sidekick Kappa, Darkness Approaches, Ceremonial Bell, Penguin Knight, Commencement Dance, Snake Fang, Nimble Momonga, and a Jigen Bakudon. All right, let's get cracking into another one here. Another Upstart Goblin. I don't know if that's a bearer of good news or what, but I mean, I'll take it. Tyhone number 2. Weather Report coming back around. Dark Zebra. Spear Cretin. I always thought that looked sort of like Golem from the Lord of the Rings. Queen Bird. A Cyber Jar. We are doing great on the rares for this set. And a Painful Choice. Oh, I've already got that super. Okay. And a Metal Fish. There we have it. One more down. Or at least one more super down. It's not the one we needed. All right. So it just has not been going in my favor at all. I mean, these all add to the collection, and they're all, for the most part, ones I didn't have until Painful Choice. So we have Guardian of the Throne Room, Chain Energy, Electric Snake, Giant Turtle who feeds on flames, which makes you wonder, how do you feed on a flame? If you have the answer, let me know. Hungry Burger, not all is lost. I've messed up the focusing here. Luminous Spark, Queen Bird, Shining Angel for if you want to play off of Kaiba Man and go into a Blue Eyes, and a Molten Destruction. So again, doing great on the rares. I'm gonna lift these up real quick and look through them. So let's see, Shining Angel, Cyber, okay, Nimble we've gotten twice, Giant Germ, UFO Total, Amoeba we've gotten twice, Mother Grizzly, Manga, Mystic Tomato is a one of. I mean, we are doing pretty good on the rares. I wish that made me feel better. It doesn't really, but that's okay. Between this and Wild Survivors, I'm gonna have a wealth of Hungry Burger stuff to go off of. You know what I mean? Pack Trick, Metal Fish, Kotodama. I always thought that was a crazy looking art. Let me bring him up a little closer. He looks like he's like a mummy, but he's a fairy type. I don't know. Don't get me started on typings within Yu-Gi-Oh! Gaia Power, Curse of Fiend, Performance of Sword, An Eternal Rest, Luminous Spark, Cyberjar, so we're starting to get those repeats, which kind of have to at this point. I think there's only 10. And Mahavilo. Okay, I already have this one, but I love this card. And I really love the recent retrain they did of it. Oh, what set was that out of? I think it may have been out of the 10s, or maybe Ghost from the Past 2. Either way, all right, cool. Not too upset with that one, but I think that does mean we have ratio-wise all of our cards. So that's Mahavilo, Painful Joyce. Let me switch these around. Confiscation and Giant True Nade. 1, 2, yeah, we have reached our guaranteed limit, so we'll just have to see what happens after that. Let's keep going. Maybe we can get some cool commons in here, if nothing else. Are there any commons that really stand out in this set for you, outside of just being classic anime cards? I mean, I don't think that these sets are quite as interesting in terms of having relevance in the common section as, like, Metal Raiders is, which I think has probably the best commons as far as classic anime cards. And then Legend of Blue Eyes has got a lot of very cool monsters in its hollows and rares. All right, we got Griggle, Tyhone number 2, Slot Machine, Turtle Oath, a Ryuran once more, Spear Cretin, Whiptail Crow, a Horn of the Unicorn. Haven't seen this one yet. Another original rare and a toll. We're at least still making some progress on maybe getting every rare in this set, which is probably not as hard to do across 24 packs. It's impossible to pull all of the rarities in a single box. But let's see, we got Griggle, Minar, Mystic Plasma Zone, Gravekeeper's Servant, okay, Penguin Knight, Hamburger Recipe. We could summon another one of those bad boys. Labyrinth Wall going into the offshoot. Horn of the Unicorn once more. And a Mechanical Snail. The wind is a little bit out of my sails at this point, so I'm kind of hoping we can get some form of error to turn my luck around. On the ones I've already opened, Legend of Blue Eyes is a little more exciting. This one I'm hit because I really wanted that Relinquish, but that's okay. Chain Energy, Peacock, Giant Turtle who feeds on flames, Labyrinth Wall, set him off to the side. The Reliable Guardian, look at him, buff as hell. My man doesn't ever skip arms. We got Giant Rat and a Rising Air Current. 2 packs left. Can there be something in these final 2 packs? Oh, losing your sales this early in. Ooh, I say this early in. It's just one of those things. You want to have some kind of pull. So you know what? Heart of the cards, we're just going to have to believe that there's something in here. Toll, Kotodama, Fairy's Hand Mirror, Ancient One of the Deep Forest, Firecracken, at least a common that I don't think I've seen except for early in the set. A Commencement Dance, Spear Cretin, Old Golem, Giant Germ once more, and a Jigen Bakugan. All right. Do you think that's where Bakugan got its name from? They were just like playing Yu-Gi-Oh! And saw that. Because if you look at it, and bring it back over here for a second, it's a sphere, and it's very close to Bakugan. I almost wonder if that word means something in Japanese, and it just got translated over here. But, you know, we get the weird end of the stick when it comes to translations. Last pack. And I have committed a sin. Please forgive me. I did not give last pack magic. I will do the best that I can, given what we have. I'm going to pack trick. I will tap young Yugi, young Yami. I will bring it up. Mwah, air kiss. It's something. The ASMR is gone. I can like bring a pack back up here and stick with me. Please forgive me, for I have sinned. House of Adhesive Tape. Eat Gaboon. Weather Report, so at least we're getting a little ass in this last pack. All right. Horn of Light, Umiruka, Tailor of the Fickle, Dark Witch, Hyazanru, whatever, in our rare slot. And let's see if this could be hiding an error pack. It's a Guardian of the Throne, so no error pack. All right, well, this one has been fun, but I will say the up and downs of ratios is that once you know you've hit your ratio, your feeling of excitement starts to dwindle because you know there's not much else you're gonna get. And as we all know, Yu-Gi-Oh! Is designed to where the cool hollows are what really stokes your fires, but not to say we didn't get some cool commons here, because like we have all these Hungry Burgers, these Upstart Goblins. We've even got a Wall Shadow. So, you know, we're not doing bad. We're not doing bad at all. So be back with me tomorrow. If you've had a good time, like the video, subscribe if you like what we have going on, because tomorrow we're going to be cracking into a Pharaoh Servant, and maybe, just maybe, I can get lucky enough to get me a Jinzo. That's all I need. That's all I want. It's maybe not as strong as that Relinquished. Maybe it is. Jinzo's a sweet card. He's really cool. So we'll see what we can get out of that. But until tomorrow, this has been Brett reminding you guys to check out Triangle Squared if you want to hear me talk with my bud Chris about games. Every week we release an episode on Wednesdays. So Monday and Friday for openings right now, Wednesday for podcast episodes. But until tomorrow, this has been Brett. I'll see you.